Good morning. Welcome back to Who Want a Life Sentence. Thank y'all for tapping in. I appreciate y'all for staying tuned, man. You know, I know the last story took a little while to come to a conclusion. Excuse me. But I appreciate y'all for staying down. And for that, I'm gonna give y'all this extra bonus. This one ain't part of the lineup. So, as I was telling you guys, as I'm in my brother's keeper, it's holding me back from my responsibilities at home. I can't be two places at one time. I done lost my job. I done lost my position in school. My rent coming behind. My phone done got cut off. So while I'm in my brother keepers, my bills are going down the drain. I called home one day. Before I go there, what ended up happening is once my bills started going down the drain, I was working at Pizza Hut. So I had a manager up there, a white girl named Lisa. Lisa was short. She was cute in the face. I get on the face she can get like a shoot. On the face I had to give her like a 6. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give her like a 6. But on the body straight 10. On body she was straight 10. So she was my roommate, my homeboy Mark, who was my store manager. He was kind of dating Lisa, kind of not. They were just kind of doing their thing. She liked him a little bit more than he liked her. What ended up happening is, because of the situation, I moved in. Me and Lisa ended up getting a place together because I wouldn't be there as much. I would just pay half of the bills, and so that cut my bills in half. And basically, my little girl having my baby would stay there with her. So that's how I worked it out, so that I could keep going on and continue, and be over here, and my bills still over there piling up. So that's what we do. We find us a little, like, it was either a 2-bedroom or a 3-bedroom, and we move in. Now, on the day we move in, I meet the landlord. When Lisa initially did all the paperwork and stuff, I didn't meet him. But when we were moving in, he was there. So it's me, the little white girl, and the little fine white girl, and my pregnant girlfriend. So I don't know how it may have looked to the landlord, but from the outside looking in, is this young guy coming in with the little white girl and the pregnant girl. Look like I may have 2 girls on my hand, right? So I could tell by the way he was treating me that he kind of like, okay, young guy got it going on. I ain't, it just didn't benefit me to correct him. So I let him think whatever he want to think, right? But I'm not telling him that, I'm just here for a second and then I got to go back to the center. I'm not letting him know that. So what happens is, over time, every time he come by the house, now he just popping up for whatever reason, either to fix something or check on something. But every time he comes by the house, I'm not there. It may be 1 girl there, it may be 2 girls there, but I'm never there because I'm down the street in my brother's keeper on Highway 85. I call home one day and my little girlfriend crying. I'm like, what's wrong with you? She say, oh man, the landlord he tripping. He just tried me. I'm like, what you mean he just tried you? She said, man, she said, I was home by myself. Mind you, she's pregnant, like big pregnant, 7, 8 months. She said, I was home by myself, and normally he come Lisa over here. She said, Lisa wasn't here this time, and he came. And like normal, I opened the door and let him in. He said he had something he wanted to check. So I came in. I let him in. He came in and looked at something. And while we was in here, he started talking about you and asking about you. He started asking me if you were treating me right and you were a good provider, and these type of questions. I'm on the other end of the line. I'm talking about I'm burning up. I'm 400 degrees because at this stage in my life, I'm not a criminal, but I'm very criminal minded, which is probably the same thing. But I'm explaining that to say at that point in my time, there was no, so even at 40 years, I've never called the police. I've never done a police report. But I mean, I would now. But at that point in time, calling some authorities for help, it just, not only was it like, um, not the best choice. It wasn't even an option. Like when you start thinking about the things you could do and to solve this problem, calling the police was just not an option for for no reason. And for me, it was like that because I always figured like I wanted to do, if I ever took the situation in my own hands, I didn't want a paper trail behind it, logging police reports and domestic violence cases or restraining orders. I didn't want that between me and him, so I could always deny any actions. I'm on the phone, man. I'm over there getting mad. And the problem is I ain't got no ride today. Lisa's supposed to be coming to get me, pick me up, and bring me down there, but she ain't got off of work yet, right? And I'm in a situation where I gotta depend on other people because I'm in this rehab. I say, forget it. I get tired of waiting on Lisa, man. 2 hour walk up 85. I'm walking mad the whole time. It's a 2 hour walk, and the whole time I'm upset. I don't even calm down. When I walk in the house empty. Well, house empty besides my little girlfriend. She the only one in there. When I walk in, she like sleep, but I could tell, she had been, just chilling all day. When she see me, she get up, you know what I mean? I give her a hug and stuff. And I'm asking her, is she okay, checking on the baby. All that was all good. I'm like, dang, what happened? And she tell me again what happened. She said he was just, he was in here. I thought it was all good. She pointed to some little vent in the floor. She said he act like he was checking that and making sure that worked. But, I ain't never called him for it, or ain't never been no problem, but he act like he was checking that. She said once she started asking me them questions, she said I turned around and tried to walk off, and he grabbed my arm and pulled me close. I'm like, yeah. She like, yeah. She was like, and I was in here by myself, and plus I got the baby, so I didn't want to fight back or make him, because he had already got physical with me. She was like, but I told him I was good and you were taking care of me, and he let me go, and he said if you ever don't do your job, just let him know, and he take care of me. Again, I'm getting mad all over again. I'm like, it's cool, don't worry about it. I give her a hug. Don't even worry about it. I spend my little day around now. It ain't much to do. Tend to my dog, do a little cleaning up, whatever. Just chilling with my whole day. But the whole time, I'm contemplating what am I gonna do to him, or how am I gonna get him back? Because I got this attitude I got the same attitude that I have from prison, and the attitude we have in prison is, how dare he? You see what I'm saying? But in prison, your reputation is stand up for you. So you much ain't, it's like your reputation is, people could be going around stealing. And when they get to your box, they gonna be like, oh no, that white boy box, don't touch that one. That's the kind of respect that I'm used to. I'm used to being exempt from bullshit just because of my reputation. So I can't believe he done tried me like this. You know what I mean? Well, I meant to describe him. I'm sorry. When the landlord, he was an older guy. He had to be anywhere from 50 to 60, but kind of in shape. He was real tall. I'm 5'10", 5'11", so he had to be at least 7'1". He was like real tall. He could like just stand up and kind of be looking down at me. He was real tall, about a head or two taller than me, and he was real black, kind of heavy set. He walked with a cane. He didn't have a limp. He just walked with a cane. And one day, like, I think it was the day that we were moving in when I met him, because it's the only time I interacted with him. Before then, he showed me he had I remember, it just came back to me. I did meet him one other time before this stuff started happening. I ended up coming to the house and he was there with both of the girls. You know what I mean? They said when I got there, he was checking something or replacing something, and while we get to talking, he said, "Come here, son, let me show you something." And I went to walking, following him, through the house. It's his house, but it's my house. I'm following through the house, and he walked straight to the bathroom to a spot. Well, it was like in the bathroom on top of the light. He walked straight to where I had put, the smoke pole. And I'm wondering what reason would he be in here on top of here? Because just on a regular check, you wouldn't have found that. So he walked me to the bathroom and he used his cane and he kind of like pointing to the mirror, but where the smoke pole at. He like, "You see that up there?" So I know what he talking about. I'm like, "Yeah." He like, "Man, that's in your name? You legit with that?" Even though I'm lying, I'm like, "Yeah, nah, it's good. Everything good. That thing clean." He like, "Oh, okay. I'm just making sure." He said, "So you see this?" He handed me the same cane he pointing to the gun with. He handed it to me. "You see that?" I got it. I'm looking at it. I'm like, yeah. Okay, you know what I mean? He got it back to me. When he gave it back to me, he did something like twisted the handle that he was holding it and pulled it off. And when he pulled it off, the long part was like a little knife. It was about this long. And then he had the stick with the knife and then the handle. So after he gave it back to me, he pulled it off and showed me like, "Yeah, see." He like, "You gotta be smart, man." You know what I mean? That thing up there get you in trouble. I walk around with this all day, every day. Don't nobody say nothing. You know what I mean? You got to be smart using your brain. So when he showed me that and when he did that, I kind of took a little liking to him. You know what I mean? He clicked it back on and that was it. He ended up leaving. So I ended up taking a little liking to him. Thought he was like kind of a rather cool older fella, right? So like I said, when I came to that was the only other time that I had met him at the house uh, before all this had happened. So we have our little, like I said, we have our little date, and I go back down to my brother's keeper. Now I'm trying to figure out what's my best plan of action because I'm getting revenge. You done tried me, and I don't appreciate it, and I don't like it, and I know you just trying me because you feel like I'm not always there, or I'm slipping on my pimping. So he tried me. He tried me with that weak old man game. I hate that weak old man game. The weak old man game is they really ain't got nothing but money. And I'm 40, so I might be headed in that direction. But that's the old man game. The old man ain't got too much game, so they just put the money out in front. Hey man, listen, he can't take care of you, I take care of you. You know what I mean? He ain't doing it right, I do it right. That's the old man game. So he trying to put the old man game on me and slip my little young thing from up under me, right? I ended up telling my little homeboy Mark, the same one I was telling y'all that my Pizza Hut supervisor, and he the one took me down, and when I got arrested, he was following the police car, devising a plan. I tell my little homeboy Mark, "Man, come get me tomorrow, man. We got something to do." He like, cool, we got something. Because at this point, I'm not fresh out of prison. I'm out maybe a year and a half, 2 years, but I still got a lot of BS in me. And whenever I get like this, Mark like it. He want to hang around and see how things are going to turn out. He want to see what I'm about to do to somebody and stuff like that, right? So Mark kind of get excited. He like, "Bro, what we finna do?" I'm like, "Man, this dude done tried me. The dude at the house we be at." Because Mark always come to the house. Whenever I go home to see my little girl, Mark would come to the house and he would chill with Lisa. So a lot of times it just be four of us in the house, right? So I'm like, so he know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm like, "The landlord dude, man, he done tried me." Like, "What we gonna do?" I'm like, "Bro, it's all good. All we need is one hammer." He's like, "One hammer?" I'm like, "Bro, we just need one hammer. We just need one hammer. One hammer." He like, "Cool, bet." So the next day we decide, For sometime during that week, me and Lisa had already been talking, and we decided we were gonna find another house. Lisa had already been searching in the neighborhood, and she actually found a house in the neighborhood. We decided, she put in the application. They said we can move in, so now it's official. All we waiting on is the weekend. When the weekend come, I go home and I help. The house is literally right around the corner, so I don't even rent a U-Haul truck. I'm taking stuff from one house to the other one, putting it on top of Lisa's car, driving it down, put the sofa on top of Lisa's car, hold the sofa, drive it down to the new house. I relocate the whole house by myself, or just me and Mark. We relocate the whole house, whole move. So after we move out and everything, I'm telling Mark, did you get the hammer? He like, yeah, I got the hammer. Look, then what we do, we're gonna give it about a week. And then we're gonna handle business. So what we gonna do, I'm gonna show you when we get there. About a week go by, we've been in the other house, and what happens is I let everything calm down. I let Lisa forget about the old dude. I let my little girlfriend forget about the old dude, because again, I don't want nobody putting two and two together on me. One night, man, everything gone. One night, I sneak. One of these nights, I sneak out of my brother's keeper. I tell bro, you got the hammer? Yeah, I got the hammer. Come on, get me. He come on up there, get me. I'm dressed in all black. I run across the street to the racetrack on Garden Walk, was right across the street from my brother's keeper. I jump in the car, we ride up there. You got the hammer? I got the hammer. I look in the back, bro got one hammer, brand new, look like he done got it from Ace Hardware, something like that. I grab the hammer, I'm looking in the back seat, I reach in the back, I grab the hammer. I'm looking at it, I'm spinning the hammer around. I'm like, yeah, oh boy. Mark looking at me, he wondering what I'm gonna do with this one hammer. I know he probably thinking that I'm gonna try to hurt the man with one hammer, but that ain't it. And the crazy thing is, had that been on my mind, we'd have been in trouble, because he went and got the hammer. We was premeditated. We rolled together and all that. So thankfully, I went off my rocker. But bro was definitely there. You know what I mean? I don't know at what point he was gonna call quits, but he was down to see what was gonna happen, right? So we riding up the street. He like, bro, what we finna do? I'm like, man, with me thinking, I'm like, okay, so he a landlord, which means he know how to put his money together, and he care about his money. So in my mind, that's the opening right there. I done found the weakness. I'm gonna hit the pockets. So I'm telling him, like, man, we just gonna go up there and tear the house up. He like, for real? I'm like, bro, we just gonna tear it up, everything. I'm like, we gonna do everything. He like, bet. He can get excited. We flying up the street in a little Malibu. We get up there. It's dark, pitch black, can't nobody see nothing. Man, we hop the gate, because when you hop the gate, you can, the back door is facing another house, and from the street you can't see nobody going in. When we hop the gate, the house is empty. He got for rent signs, and there are two trees in the yard, one in the front, one on the side. Both signs have for rent and his name on and his phone number on the for rent signs. I take a mental note of that. Man, we get in the house and I go crazy. Soon as we get in the house, I take the hammer through the sheet wall. Boom! Bruh just standing there looking at me. I take the hammer through the sheet wall. Boom! I knocked me by 10 holes on the first wall. Boom! 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 So what you gotta do is, you gotta spread the mayhem out so that he just can't, cut out one piece of the wall, replace it, and call it done. So I go to this end of the wall, I'm tearing it up. Boom! Boom! And honestly, with me knowing construction now, I know that it's just a bit easier to fix than I may have thought. I might have cost him a couple $100, but I thought he was gonna have to rebuild the whole house. So first wall, I go crazy. I got 20 holes in there from end to end. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going crazy. My boy, he looking at me and it looked like fun. He like, bro, let me see it. I throw on the hammer. When I throw on the hammer, he get to going crazy on the walls. He pick him his own wall. Boom, 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 boom. We go out into the little back shed where it was a little back shed. It had always been there the whole time we were staying there, and it was locked. Go back in the back shed, bust it open, break it open, because I remember he had some materials in the back there that I had saw while I was staying back there. When I go back there, I bust it open and I find exactly what I'm looking for. Now, when I'm going to the back shed, I'm pulling the back window, I'm sliding the back screen, the back patio glass, I'm sliding it back, and I notice that it's off track at the bottom. So it's still sliding, but it'll move like this. You know what I'm saying? So like if I push it, the glass supposed to go this way, but if I push it like this, it would tilt like this. You know what I mean? So it's off track. So instead of me just sliding it back, I push it, I keep pushing it, seeing how far it's gonna go, and then I just shove it. When I shove it, it go all the way back, come off the track, up and down. Whole patio glass bust on the patio balcony. I ain't really worried about no sound, cause we ain't gonna be here that long. I bust through patio glass, my boy came running out. Like, what happened? What you mean what happened, man? Man. I go in the shed, I find exactly what I'm looking for. It's spray paint, it's cans of paint, and it's spray paint over there on the little shelf. Right. I grabbed 2 cans of paint, I grabbed 2 cans of spray paint, and I grabbed a bucket of red paint. Nothing in the house was red, so I don't even know why he had red paint. Might not have been red, might have been like a bright orange, but nothing here was this color, so I don't know why he had it. Shake the paint up. I go back in the house, I shake the spray paint up. When my boy see me, his eyes get huge, right? He been over here knocking holes in wall. Some kind of way he got a long slit in the wall, like he done hit it with the hammer, boom, and then drug it down the sheetrock, right? Well, we trying to bust this thing out. He like making an X in one of the walls. So when he turned around, he see me with the spray paint can. I got the spray paint and making the rattle. He turned around, look at me. He get excited. He run get the other spray paint. Well, he look at me. I throw him the other spray paint can. He get the shaking his up. I get to work on one wall. He get to work on the other wall. I'm talking about spraying everything. FU, RAPIST, you know, all this kind of stuff that he would know me, but couldn't, you know, I would leave nothing really identifying, but stuff that he would just know was me. I spray painted all this wall. Mark spray painted whatever he want. He going back into the bedroom. I'm hitting the carpet up. Mark doing what he doing. I'm hearing him back there. As we splitting up, I'm going to one way, I'm going to his. We trying to put the mayhem all over the house. I'm in one room. I realize what's going on. I got to use the bathroom. I pulls out. You know what I mean? Now understand, I'm like 20. There's probably no excuse for this. I'm grown at this point. I pull my meat out. I get it going on the floor. I go over the floor and you can see the little yellow stain, but it's just not enough. It's not satisfying, right? So I turn around and do what the dog do. I turn around, pull my pants down, concentrate for a minute. I give him one of them laws, right? I give him the law drop on the floor. I go in the bathroom, get some tissue, wipe myself up. I leave that on the floor too. I don't flush nothing. But while I'm in the bathroom, I'm noticing, you know, everything, porcelain, white, decent condition, you know what I mean? I go back out to the bathroom, grab that one hammer. I come back in, I get a good swing on the sink. I'm to my thing broke, you can see it crack in the middle, you know, the white thing, croak in the middle, piece come out of it. I'm like, oh yeah, this it here, that's what I've been looking for. I go and tear it off. I go to the toilet. My boy come in the room, he see me going crazy in the bathroom. He like, let me see it. I give him the hammer. He go to the other bathroom. I hear him going crazy. I go in there just to check, and he doing a better job than me. He done took out the mirror in the bathroom, the sink. He working on the tub, the toilet gone. We got water going everywhere. Yes, my boy, yes, 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 Daniel, son. You have done well, Grasshopper. He like, heck yeah. So now we've been in here too long, you know what I mean? Bruh end up seeing what I do with the excrement I left on the floor. He ran back in there and he hit him a spot up. We went and grabbed the spray paint, shook it up, the can paint, shook it up, got it good and right, opened it up, and just walked around the house on the carpet. Just splash it on the wall, splash it on this, throw it on the carpet. So my mission is to make him have to, ain't gonna be no clean up. You're gonna have to replace everything. You know what I mean? I want to hit him in the pocket. Gonna leave. We leave. I'm actually feeling good, man. I just did this vandalism, but I feel like I just won the lottery. I done got a lot of stuff off my chest. I can't wait for him to come and see this mess. Won't nobody be renting this place no time soon, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to hold up time between us moving out, somebody else moving in. I wanted to mess up that little time right there. It's gonna be 4-5 months before somebody move in, and then my plan is to terrorize them, to keep harassing them and make them move out. So that'll also hurt his pocket if I aggravate his tenant. So, we riding back, bruh taking me back to the place. I'm telling him, I'm like, yeah, man, I'm about to do everything, man. I'm finna take down this house. He gonna have to sell it, and I'm harassing all the tenants. And boy, listen, he done chose the wrong one to go to war with. Bruh excited, he can't wait. He here for all the mess, right? We going home, I don't hear nothing. I'm a little worried because I know what I just did is criminal, but not that much. Ain't nobody see me, you know what I mean? And the only person that know it, he ain't gonna tell on me because he helped me. About a week go by, I don't hear nothing. It's all good. On one of the days that I'm supposed to be going home to visit, I go home visit, and I'm like, hold on, yeah, I'll be right back for a minute. They're like, where you going? Nowhere, I'll be right back for a minute. I leave. I don't tell them where I'm going. I walk back up the block, it's about a block and a half to where the old house was. When I go up there, he got new for rent signs in the yard, and on both of them trees, them same. Oh, that's what I meant to tell y'all. When I was leaving out the yard on the first time, I went to the trees where the for rent sign at, and I tore them down. Boom! I tore both signs off the trees, ripped them in half, throw them in the car. So now when I go back, the for rent signs are back on the trees, but they are higher. Look like somebody done used the ladder to climb up there and install the little for rent sign with his number on them. So I'm looking, and I can look, and it looks like, because I say it's a corner lot, so it's a corner house. So when I turn the corner, I can see the front yard and I can see the backyard. When I see the backyard, I can see that the glass that I pushed down and been shattered is no longer there. It's been replaced. It's been new. Don't look like nobody live here, but just by riding through, I can see that it looked like someone has been here and done some repairs, done some work on the house, right? Instantly, I get upset. Instantly, because it feels like you trying to play me. Feel like you don't want to take this whooping, right? I go back to the house. I don't say nothing to nobody. I'm like, dang, I go on and enjoy my visit. But I end up calling my boy. And like, what's up? I'm like, bro, we got to go in tonight. He's like, what? I'm like, we got to go back to the house. He's like, for real? Yeah, we got to go back to the house. He's like, bet, I'll be over there. Let me know when you're ready. Same night, same thing happened. Put on all black. We skied on over there. But now, it ain't no hesitation because we both know what we about to do. We finna go tear that thing up. Man, we go through the same situation. Go in the back door. When I go in the back door, it's like when I go through the back door, we had to break it open. When I break open the back door, I'm talking to her like, I can't believe this nigga done put this money back in. I said this shit need to be broke. Pushed it off the track again. It hit the ground. Boss. When we look in, you can see that. You can see like where stuff been replaced and he been trying, but you can also still see the damage. The bathrooms haven't been done yet, but the carpet, he started replacing the carpet and it looked like it's new sheetrock on the walls. Go out to the house, go out to the car, grab the hammer. One hammer. Same thing, man. We go in there crazy, go crazy on the new sheetrock that he just put up. Start busting that down, beating that down. Go in there, I go and use the bathroom in another room the same way like I did the first time. I don't know if bruh did this time, but for the most part, we bust the thing down again. But this time I went to the living room and I bust out the living room windows. So this time he gonna have to replace the windows too. I bust out the living room windows. Feel we do a good enough job, I run, jump in the car. We take the car, park it over in the yard, and now I got to stand on top of the car in order to reach the signs. I stand on top of the car, get high enough, reach the signs. I'm ripping down the for rent signs. I rip them down, throw them in the car again like we did. I do that on both sides. I'm feeling good again. I leave, now I'm feeling good because this the second time we done this. And the fact that he replaced it the first times mean he done seen it and he replaced it and then like we ain't hear nothing about it. So it's almost like he done seen it, he done accepted it. So you know what level we on. This is perfect for me. We doing stuff behind each other back and you know, we throwing bricks and hiding our hands. So this is my kind of game. I can go on with this forever. We go on and leave. Bruh, take me back to my brother's keeper. When I call home that day, when I call home, you know, the next day or whatever, or later on that week, the little girl say, Lisa said, the landlord called. I'm like, what landlord? I'm playing totally stupid. She like, the landlord from the other place. Oh yeah? What are you talking about? She said, Lisa said she was gonna tell you, but he told Lisa to tell you that, look, tell your boyfriend, we even, he done got me, he done, you know, leave my stuff alone. He done got me, I ain't make no police report, we even, leave my stuff alone. So when she tell me that, I'm like, what are you talking about? She like, I don't know, that's just what Lisa said that he said. I'm like, let me call Lisa. So I get her phone, I call Lisa. Cause I don't know what he talking about. I'm like, Lisa, who, what she talking about? She said, yeah, the landlord called. He said he know it was you and we y'all even and leave his stuff alone. I'm like, I don't, she like, what are you talking about? I said, I have no idea did he tell you what he talking about? She was like, no. I'm like, man, I don't know what he talking about. We let the moment pass, but I called my boy. I'm like, boy, we doing a good job. He like, what you mean? I'm like, he done called Lisa and told Lisa. He asking Lisa to tell me to back off. You know what I mean? I know he knows me, but he can't call the police. First of all, he don't know it was me. He didn't see it was me. And second of all, you know, if he do that, we gonna just put the police in the whole business. Yeah, I don't know about no vandalism, what you talking about, but I know he sexually assaulted, you know, my little girlfriend. She'll put that down on paper. So none of that ever happened. He ain't call the police, we ain't call the police. It's all good. The last time I went, I had to done this at least about 4 times. I done it 4 times and I thought eventually he would just like sell the house and you know, be done with it. I wanted him to feel like, man, this I shouldn't have done that. This is a bigger problem than I should have just left him alone. You know what I mean? That's a bigger problem than I bargained for. That's how I wanted him to feel. So eventually, after about the 4th time, I stopped busting up the man's house. He kept fixing it, replacing it. I remember I drove by one time and I saw some tenants in the house. And what came to my mind originally came to my mind again. I wanted to start. I was saying to myself, I'm gonna come back tonight and just throw bricks through the patio, bust the window, throw bricks through the window. Because if a person keep going through that, they gonna move. They gonna get up out of there. Like, man, I don't know what's going on. And then especially if I leave a mark saying this is on account of the landlord. Them folk would get up out of there. But they didn't. I never did it because as time go on, it just started getting like less important to me. You know, my vengeance ain't as great no more. So I stopped. I stopped hitting them. I stopped. Eventually, I just moved on with my life. I had stuff to deal with, and I felt like the revenge was settled. All the stuff that I had done to him for what he had done to me, I felt like we were good and even, right? Cool. That was the end of it. I want to say about 2 or 3 months later, I done got out my brother's keeper. I'm running from parole. I'm for the most part, I'm free. I'm living. I'm doing what I need to do. My little baby mama, she got a cousin named Jimmy. Jimmy is my kind of guy. Jimmy, like talking to Jimmy is like talking to me. He was like a regular hustler. He didn't keep a regular job, but he would have a job every now and then. Always find his way, always got into some money, always doing something. He reminded me a lot of myself. A lot of times I would, like we had a relationship like buying and selling. Most times I was buying from him. Every now and then he'll call me like, hey bro, I'm out, man. Yeah, come on over here and get it. But most of the time I'm calling him like, hey bro, I need to come see you. Come on through. So Jimmy, my kind of dude. I really like Jimmy. You know what I mean? Street dude. Never, knock on wood, never been in trouble, no serious trouble, but you know what I mean? Street dude. Jimmy called me and said, hey, bro, he like, man, I just moved. I need a washer. He said, I just moved. I need a stove and a refrigerator. You got one? I'm like, dang, bro, I ain't got no, I'm like, nah, I ain't got no stove, no refrigerator right now. I'm like, when you need it? He like, as soon as I can get it. I'm like, you want to come get it tonight? Yeah, I'll come get it tonight. You got one tonight? I'm like, yeah, what you gonna charge me? Bro, bring me $50. For which one? For both of them. Man, send me the address. He sent me the address. I sent him the address to the old house where we was at. When he say he on the way, I get in the car, I skeet on over there. I walked right off in there, just like the house was empty at this point in time. I walked right off in there because I had checked it before I had made the reservation with him. I probably left that out in the story. Went back around there and made sure it was empty, and it was. So I said I was gonna go in and get the appliances. It wasn't even about the money. It was about, y'all know what it was about. So when I came over there that night, same night, I broke in like I always do, going there straight to the kitchen. The appliances were easy. I pulled the stove back from the wall. All it was a plug in. I pulled it out, opened the front door. I went out the front door with it. Did the same thing with the refrigerator. Jimmy pulled up with the dolly. Man, I'm taking this dude's stuff out the house like it's my house or like it's actually legal. Jimmy helped me load the stove up on the truck. We going fast, but I'm trying to look like I'm not rushing. I really want to get the hell on. Load it up. He scrap it down. Do the same thing with the refrigerator. Load it up. He scrap it down. $50. Slap me 5. He never knew that the house we at ain't my house or this ain't my property. He don't ask no questions. I don't tell no lies. That's a good deal to me. Appreciate it, bro. He peeled out. He gone, I'm gone. I don't even lock the door. I think I might have went in there and kicked another hole in the wall or two or some vicious, let them know me, right? And like I said, it had already ended, so I decided, okay, this is the real end. I leave him alone now. So I sold his appliances at the house, left the door open. I went on about my business, man. And from that day to this day, I never seen him again. When I was explaining to y'all what he looked like, did I finish the explanation? Cause I'm feeling like I ain't finished the explanation. He's about 7 foot tall, real black, and he puts you in the mind of George Wallace. Y'all ever seen George Wallace? He was on The Wash, but he one of my favorite comedians. But that's who he puts you in the mind. A big black dude, kind of like no nonsense, but he was just on the BS. Anyway, I appreciate y'all, man, for sticking with me, staying down, coming, y'all know this therapeutic for me. I like telling y'all about it. Shout out to my homeboy, my subscriber who was talking about, not getting burnt out. I ain't gonna get burnt out, fam. For some reason, that last story was just, it was just kind of took a while to end. But either way it go, I thank you. I thank y'all for the comments. I thank y'all for watching. I want y'all to go have a beautiful day. You know what I mean? Don't buy no hammers. You don't need it. And I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. We're gonna go live tonight. So my homegirl, was it Simply Natasha, or it's something like that. You missed the live, we're gonna go live tonight. I ain't have a lot of time last night anyway. So we're gonna go live tonight, man. Y'all let me know how y'all like the video. Please like and subscribe, or else I'm at your house. I'm coming straight to your door. All right, baby crying, I gotta go.